Rachel secretly digs up Monroe's coffin and opens it, revealing that he is alive. In a safe house, Rachel informs everyone that she injected Monroe with a barbiturate that merely knocked him out. He will be back to normal in a few days. Suddenly, an explosion rips through the mercantile in Willoughby. 3 people are killed, and dozens are wounded in the chaos. After tending to the injured, Dr. Porter confronts Truman about his suspicion that it was a terrorist attack by the Patriots, but Truman warns the doctor to stay in line before giving a speech to the townspeople that blame the attack on the Andover clan. In the meantime, Willoughby will be sealed off and placed under curfew from dusk to dawn. Dr. Calvin Horn, a former Dodd co-worker, approaches Rachel. Having fled the capital with Flynn after the blackout, Horn has become the president's senior science advisor. He is the one who put Rachel on a wanted poster because he needs to know more about the nanites. He suspects that the nanites have been modified to release energy, thereby burning the 2 men to death. He wants to know why the nanites have been acting strangely only in Willoughby. Rachel plays dumb, but Horn knows better. Rachel warns Aaron that since the Patriots found the bodies he incinerated with his thoughts, it is only a matter of time until they find him too. Miles says they need to get Aaron out of Willoughby with Monroe's help before something happens, but Aaron refuses to leave unless Cynthia comes too. This seems impossible since the Patriots have the town on lockdown, but Aaron demands that Miles figure out a way to make it happen. In a flashback, Dr. Porter stands with other townspeople on the edge of a mass grave, 7 years after the blackout. As the local doctor, he oversees the cremation of dozens of wrapped corpses, all victims of cholera, his wife among them. At his home, Martin Shaw waits, promising hundreds of cholera vaccinations if Porter will help restore the country he loves. Back in the present, Porter meets with Horn, who seems to be oddly obsessed with Rachel. Spying a pin on Horn's lapel, a stylized eye of Providence brings back terrible memories. Porter claims that things are normal with Rachel. Across the country, Neville and Allenford have Jason tied up in the factory. When shots ring out, Neville realizes the Patriot cadets are closing in. Jason asks to be set free, but Allenford insists that if they release him, the young man will kill them both. After a pause, Neville puts a knife to Jason's throat, promising to use it if Jason so much as blinks wrong. Neville unties Jason and prepares to attack. Upon exiting the factory, Jason raises his hands and calls out to the cadets. He claims he has been abducted, then ruthlessly kills them all. Allenford and Neville nervously approach Jason, expecting the worst, but he simply hands his bloody knife to his father as a sign of trust. In a flashback, Porter recalls the first time he saw the Eye of Providence, working with Shaw and the Patriots. Although he joined them for the right reasons, Porter finds himself assisting in torture and killing. He is letting the wrong things happen in order to keep the people of Willoughby alive. In the present, guilt compels him to aid in Aaron's escape. As Aaron and Cynthia pack up and prepare to leave together, Shaw shows up at Porter's door to drag him to an audience with Horn. Horn drills Porter, "How did Aaron Pittman come back to life?" Porter claims he does not know, but Horn demands that he start telling the truth or the townspeople will die. Stuck between a rock and a hard place, Dr. Porter tells them his Rachel is not controlling the nanites, Aaron is, and he promises to bring them to Aaron's hiding place. Outside Willoughby's walls, Porter points out a couple, not Aaron and Cynthia, as Miles and Rachel watch through binoculars. Rachel feels sick to her stomach. Her dad is one of them. Neville, Jason, and Allenford set up camp a few miles from where they were ambushed. Allenford wonders if she can get to her son in Cincinnati, but Neville does not know if that would be a good idea. Suddenly, Allenford passes out. Later, Neville dumps a bucket of water on Allenford to bring her around. Now Neville demands to know where Allenford's husband is. Miles and Rachel spring into action. They reach Aaron and Cynthia before the Patriots do, but Truman and his men are out in full force searching for them. Porter reluctantly goes along with the Patriots as they hunt Aaron down. Miles locates a sewer and works with Aaron to get the whole group into it just as the Patriots burst in looking for them. The group crawls through the sewage pipe in hopes of finding an exit. But when they do, Aaron opens up a manhole to the outside only to find 2 Patriots pointing guns at him. Aaron and Cynthia are surrendering when Monroe bolts out of nowhere to cut down the Patriots. He did not plan on reinforcements, though, so when more troops swarm in, he takes off. When the Patriots capture Aaron and Cynthia, Aaron begs for mercy, but no one listens. Fuming, Aaron focuses on the guard holding Cynthia, and the man suddenly bursts into flames, horrifying Cynthia. Finally, she fully understands what he has been talking about, and Aaron understands that she is afraid of him. Across town in Willoughby, an unhappy Truman warns Porter that if they do not find Aaron soon, he may not be able to control himself when it comes to Rachel. Truman and the Patriots blame the Willoughby bombings on Miles and Aaron. The Patriots are full of lies, and Charlie knows it as she secretly watches their speech from a distance. To her surprise, Porter furthers the Patriot cause, begging the townspeople to track down Miles and Aaron and save Rachel. Charlie rushes to tell Rachel, and finds Miles and her mother torturing a Patriot soldier in hopes of learning Horne's location. Charlie insists that it is time to flee, but Rachel knows the Patriots will never stop looking for them. Their only shot is to attack first. If Truman wants to paint them all as terrorists, he is going to get more than he bargained for. In an abandoned marina outside Willoughby, Aaron, Monroe, and Cynthia await Miles' rescue. Still reeling from Aaron's last outburst of violence, Cynthia asks if he had anything to do with the death of her husband, which always seemed suspicious. Tired of lying, Aaron comes clean and begs Cynthia to understand he has no control over his newfound fiery ability. Tired of men who lie, Cynthia does not know if she can continue with Aaron. She asks for time to think, leaving Aaron distraught. Neville pays Allenford's husband, Patriot Commander Roger, a visit in North Carolina, using her engagement ring to get in the door. Neville explains that he is holding Allenford, who is now an enemy of the state. Roger is reluctant to leave with Neville, unsure of his motives. If Neville was so disturbed by the secretary's acts of treason, why didn't he just bring her along? Claiming ambition, Neville knows that people inside the group will wonder about Roger's involvement. That is why Roger needs to bring her in himself. All Neville wants in exchange is Roger's trust and more Patriot responsibility. Miles uses information extracted from the tortured Patriot to locate the Patriots' secret headquarters. Inside, Porter, Truman, and Horne argue about Aaron. Horne wants Aaron now. He is tired of waiting. Truman's plans are moving slower than a glacier, and Horne thinks that Aaron possesses information that will expedite the process. Rachel now hates her father, but Charlie is not so quick to judge. She feels that there is more to his story. Suddenly, Patriot soldiers descend on Aaron's location, and Monroe springs into action. He cuts down each guard one by one, but when reinforcements arrive, he realizes it is time for him to go. The Patriots might arrest Aaron, but they're definitely going to kill Monroe. He leaves his companions behind, and the Patriots capture them. As Aaron struggles to help Cynthia, a soldier sticks a syringe in his neck and everything goes black. Meanwhile, Justine Allenford tries to escape from Jason while he awaits his father's return. When Jason catches her in the act and almost chokes her to death, Justine realizes Jason has not fully recovered from his time at the Patriot Reprogramming Center. Meanwhile, Roger points a gun at Neville on their way to Justine's location. Neville talks Roger out of any drastic moves, helping the man realize his wife is doomed no matter which way this plays out. At this point, Roger needs to act in his own self-interest. When Roger and Justine reunite, he sobs. She has left him with no choice, for she sealed her fate with the letter. Roger tells Justine he loves her, then shoots her dead. That night, Miles spies Rachel scaling the roof of Patriot headquarters. Rachel plans to drop a bomb down the building's chimney. From her position, Rachel cannot see Patriot soldiers dragging Aaron and Cynthia inside the building. Charlie realizes Rachel is about to kill them too. Inside, Cynthia finds Porter with Dr. Horne. Porter watches in anguish as Cynthia and Aaron are dragged away. On the rooftop, Miles and Charlie reach Rachel to stop her from dropping the chemicals down the chimney in the nick of time. Miles and Rachel abduct Porter as he exits Patriot HQ. Rachel wants to know how he could give up Aaron. Porter divulges the deal he made with the Patriots in exchange for medicine. He did not realize who they were until it was too late. Suddenly, Truman and his men surround the building. They followed the group. Porter walks outside to surrender, then puts a knife to Truman's throat and threatens to kill him. Charlie, Miles, and Rachel burst out the back and run into the night as Truman knocks the knife loose and throws Porter to the ground. With a gun to his head, Porter realizes he is in deep trouble. When he was a boy, Dr. Horne watched as his father tried to pray the sickness out of his dying mother. Horne did not believe in miracles even then. A friend's father gave him some prescription drugs to try to save his mother. Instead, his father blamed him for her death. Now, Horne has an illness of his own. There is a tumor growing inside of his brain, and he is fully aware that no miracle can save him. But whatever is inside Aaron could help. Horne experiments on Aaron and discovers the nanites inside of him immediately heal any wound he suffers from. Horne suspects the whole lighting up thing is attached to Aaron's emotions, so he brings in Cynthia and has one of his men stab her in the side. Maybe that will bring the fire out of Aaron. Neville and Jason follow Roger Allenford through a moving Patriot train. They are now his security detail, and though Roger does not want Jason around, Neville insists Allenford help him out, as they are both harboring his secrets. The train rolls onward, toward the White House. At an unscheduled stop, Neville notices Deputy Secretary Victor Doyle in the dining area. He is accompanied by his wife, who is none other than Julia Neville. Shocked, Neville tries to keep his composure as he formulates a plan. Charlie, Miles, and Rachel descend on the Patriot compound. Miles figures they will have to kill about 40 soldiers before they get to Aaron, Cynthia, and possibly Porter. It is certain death, but they do not have a choice. But when they turn a corner, all the soldiers are lying on the ground. The soldiers inside are out cold, too. Charlie notices Aaron's boot prints inside Horn's office, and the group follows his tracks to the entrance of a tunnel in the ground. Miles does not understand what is going on, but as the Patriots start to come to, he knows there is only one way out, and it is through the tunnel. Horn orders the recovering soldiers to find Aaron and Cynthia. In the foggy wilderness, one of Horn's commanders suggests they wait until the fog clears before continuing their search. But Horn is shaking, and he says they need to find Aaron now. Though his followers are not aware, the tumor inside Horn's brain is worsening, and death is looming. A soldier approaches Horn with the news. Aaron is hiding out in a nearby abandoned high school. The Patriots immediately close in on their target. After traversing the tunnel, Charlie, Miles, and Rachel search for Aaron in a fog-filled forest. Rachel stops as the group ventures on. She needs to go back to Willoughby to save her dad, but Miles insists she stay with them. Aaron is the priority right now, and if Porter is dead, then he gave his life so they could protect Aaron. Suddenly, Patriot troops emerge from the brush and corner the group. Miles raises his hands in defeat, but Monroe comes out of nowhere to slit the Patriots' throats. In the library of an abandoned high school, Aaron wakes up in a stupor with Cynthia lying next to him, unconscious. Her knife wound is gone, miraculously healed by what Aaron can only assume was himself. Suddenly, a little boy appears and scares the daylights out of Aaron. The boy says he lives in the high school and saw Aaron walk into the library holding Cynthia. The boy helps Aaron get water and nurse Cynthia back to consciousness. When she comes to, Cynthia tells Aaron the little boy he is talking to is not real. Miles yells at Monroe for losing Aaron, but Monroe does not care. All Monroe wants is his son. Miles needs help. His wounded hand is badly infected, and he is having trouble swinging a sword. If Monroe ever hopes to see his son again, he must help Miles get Aaron back. In the other room, Rachel worries that their time is almost up. In a flashback to 6 years before the blackout, Rachel watches as Miles is being deployed. He tells her they have to stop. She should start a family with Ben because he does not love her. Unable to believe him, Rachel promises to wait for Miles to come back. They can figure this out together. All Miles has to do is tell Rachel he loves her. Miles apologizes and heads into the terminal, spying Neville on the train. Julia follows him into a luggage room, where they consummate their reunion. Afterward, Julia explains that she left Atlanta right before the bombs fell. In the aftermath, she remarried in an act of self-preservation. Tom tells Julia that he is on his way to kill the president to avenge her death. Julia tells Neville that it is time for a change of plans. She will stay married to Doyle, and he will keep his job. Everything they ever wanted is still within reach. Cynthia tells Aaron he needs to confront the child in his mind, so he speaks with the boy as she watches from a distance. The boy says he represents the nanites. They know what Aaron thinks, and he made them when he woke them up, the night the bombs dropped. The nanites act off of Aaron's thoughts for him, in hopes of helping him, in hopes of stopping the burning and killing. Aaron asks the boy to leave and take the nanites with him. Just then, they hear noises outside, and the boy calmly announces that the Patriots have arrived. Miles, Monroe, Rachel, and Charlie enter the high school just before the Patriots. Miles has to hide out in a classroom, having become so weak he can barely stand up. Before passing out, Miles tells Rachel he loves her. In the gym, Charlie and Monroe engage in a firefight with Patriot soldiers. Aaron and Cynthia run for safety but are stopped by a desperate Dr. Horn. He demands that Aaron remove the tumor from his brain, but Aaron says that he cannot. Dr. Horn gives him a choice: remove the tumor or Cynthia dies. As Aaron pleads, Dr. Horn shoots Cynthia in the chest and kills her. In a fit of rage, Aaron tells the little boy to kill Horn and kill all of the Patriots. In the aftermath of the immolation, the boy asks why Aaron did not just ask him to save Cynthia in the first place. Aaron realizes that he allowed himself to succumb to anger first, but now he desperately wants the boy to heal Cynthia. The boy says he's leaving as Aaron wanted and disappears, leaving Aaron alone. Subscribe and hit that like button to help our channel grow. Turn the notifications on so you won't miss any of our new videos. Thanks for watching.